So the setup is done. All the wiring is complete, including the wiring through the board, coming from this side, obviously. So this is the port 251 interface, and the wires go behind the DFMC Pro Mini Lite, and all is soldered on this stand. I will show it in some photos later on. So the only thing I have to do is do something about the power. I was thinking of creating a fixed cable, but we have to see about that, and put something in front of this, which will finish it. Alright, let's give it a power on before adding this acrylic plate, transparent plate, semi-transparent by the way, it's quite dark, but let's see what it does until now. In real life it looks a lot brighter, the LEDs. I think it's something with the background light here, environment light. I'll try with another camera later on. But I think you get the effect. This looks quite nice. I'm very happy with the result. It was quite a lot of work. I just added these capacitors, by the way. Two of these, one here and one there. Oh, sorry, there. Which were needed because I saw some odd behavior of some of the LEDs, some of the animations, and I thought maybe it was because of power fluctuations, and indeed. So adding these tiny capacitors, the standard 100 nanofarad, solved that completely. So that was perfect. I was already a bit frightened that it would be more work than that. And this is perfect because these are quite flat, so it wouldn't be any issue. I think these are as flat as the cables here, so the wires are. So I'm very happy with the result. And the animation will go on for hours. The only thing is that it's an issue 2 board with the original ULA chip, which becomes quite hot. What can you do about that? Still, it's a quite nice setup. It's dark, that's correct, because I wanted it to look like something art quality, you know, and I think I did it. I'm very happy with the result. Oh, you look at the reflections here, that's cool. It's like fireworks or stars, sparkles, I don't know. So you can see I refurbished this board. I got a Recom voltage regulator, so that won't get hot at all. Only the Z80 will get a tiny bit hot. Yeah, it's a bit hot. It's in this SGS and the ULA chip. But of course that can be repaired if needed later on. I used some small spaces here. It's hard to see them because it's too dark. Let me check. Maybe I can up the. Yeah, there you go. I used some spaces. Those I needed to cut them in half because those were too big. I wanted to be close to the plate, as you can see here. Zoom. Yeah, thank you. All right. So the DFMC interface is just soldered on the ZX Spectrum board, and it's just sitting to the back of the to the stand, and not screwed at all. But the other parts, like this port 251 interface and the ZX Spectrum board itself, is screwed with 1, 2, 3 screws here and 2 up there. And I didn't use these ones because those were too big for the screws, and this is more than enough. There's a tiny wobble here, but it's not a big deal. This is just art, man. I love this. I think it's art. And you should know how many hours I spent on the electronics and on the paperwork here. So I got loads of routine details and more in the software, of course, itself. It's all written in BASIC. Of course, I made backups. I used the Tornado for some assembler routines, so the LEDs will be driven by machine code. So the only thing I'm doing is changing the output that I want, and then running a machine code routine to drive the LEDs. Oh wow, look at the reflections. That's cool. I'm just a geek. The finished product, and look at that acrylic plate. Nothing to see behind that by default. So I used 4 layers of adhesive tape, and that's not sticky on the edges, so that's perfect. It will collect some dust of course in time. It sticks the acrylic plate to the tape, and it wouldn't come loose easily, so that's a good thing. Of course the spectrum is still on the other side here, which is awesome. And let's see the end result here. There's some blue LED going on when I power up the spectrum, so that's some output to port 251. But look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? It's powered by a ZX Spectrum. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. It's done. So it's totally autonomous, so it can run on the SD card without anything else, just power, which is perfect. And it will continue until all eternity, unless the hardware dies, of course. But look at the quality. I love it. So sometimes I have an idea and I want to just build it, and then you get these results, you know. Isn't it cool? I'm so happy with the end result. Look at the stand here. Look at it. It's not an OLED screen or something, so it's just a acrylic plate with wood, painted wood, and high gloss, and this is the result. So now I can bring it to my sister. So thank you for watching. Bye.